All right, Atlanta Falcons fans, let's solve our quarterback issue. Let's go.
Ain't been tight, never known curfews. Sunday night quiet, I ain't even out my church shoes. I done been wide, premarital guessing perfumes. Psychoing a lot, they keep asking me who hurt you. Traded for diapers, ain't that some shit? You think buying beers and pacifiers made me a pacifist? There's a list of asses that I like to whip in this timeline.
What's up? Welcome to Sports World Talk Football, where we talk the world of football. And today we are trying to fix my Atlanta Falcons quarterback situation. Now, what I say fix is right now we have our franchise quarterback who is Michael Penix Jr. healing right now from an injury from last year. So we got to figure out who's going to be the starting QB on day one. Now, first and foremost, if Kirk Cousins stays on, I would just say stay with Kirk Cousins. He's someone who's already familiar with Kevin Stefanski's system. He's someone who's already familiar with the building, the team, and everything like that, who has a chemistry with players. I would say stick with him if I had to just say, hey, one person. So, but who else could be that person? If Kirk Cousins decide, hey, I want an opportunity to actually be a starting quarterback somewhere, which honestly I don't know how big that will be at the age he's at right now. Who's going to actually give him an open shot at being a starting quarterback? I feel like at this point in his career, he got to understand being a bridge quarterback or being a mentor-type quarterback is his role right now. So besides him, who could be another option for the Atlanta Falcons? Now, a lot of people say Mac Jones sometime, which that's not bad, but I don't see the 49ers trading him. But for me, there are a few options out there. The key things that I look at as a backup quarterback or as another option while Michael Penix Jr. is getting healthy is someone with a similar skill set. Now, I like having my backup quarterback having a similar skill set because the offensive coordinator don't have to change up a whole lot. It always baffles me a little bit when they have, let's say you have Lamar Jackson and you have Kirk Cousins as your backup, something like that. It's like, wait a minute, that's two different skill sets, two different styles of play. You have to change things, a good bit to adapt to the other quarterback. Me personally, I will go for somebody who I will be high on is I will bring Teddy Bridgewater in. I know it's probably not everybody's dream list, but he's somebody who can play in a play action system. He is someone who can make quick decisions and stuff and his skill set isn't a completely different type of skill set that Michael Penix Jr. currently has. Both of them have strong arms. Teddy Bridgewater, I think, is someone that Michael Penix Jr. actually looks up to as well. So I think bringing him in as someone who can mentor him more and more, I think that'd be a good call. Maybe someone like Tyrod Taylor, another person, similar skill set as well. Another person, like I said, you want those type of quarterbacks who can make the quick decisions, who understands their role as a bridge quarterback or as a backup. You know what I mean? You don't want somebody in there that's going to be trying to outshine Michael Penix Jr. right now. Because you still want to see what you have in Michael Penix Jr. Because me personally, I think he has a lot of potential. He has a great arm. Like I said before, put him in a system to where he can be confident and get that confidence he had back in college. And he should be gold as long as he can stay injury free. But Zach Wilson is another name that I may tamper with a little bit just to see, hey, what's there. I know he's had some moments to where he's came out looking like a bust as well. But as we see what Sam Darnold is right now, you never know. You may strike on something right there with Zach Wilson, just how the Minnesota Vikings and now the Seattle Seahawks struck with Sam Darnold. Me personally, a lot of people love the Malik Willis. I don't think the Falcons will have enough capital to even go for someone like Malik Willis. Would be cool, but I see him going to Miami, somewhere like that, to where he can go there, get a real shot at being a starting quarterback. And I think with the coach who just got hired there, we'll be definitely gunning for him. But I think those players, as far as the, sticking with Kirk Cousins, getting Tyrod Taylor or Teddy Bridgewater, one of those guys is a big plus for the Falcons, someone who could mentor Michael Penix Jr. You definitely want somebody who can actually be an asset to the team.
Hey, wait, hold on, time out. Pardon this interruption. I just want to check, have you liked this video? Have you subscribed to this video? If not, definitely subscribe. I love making content for people, and we definitely want to keep stuff going, but you got to let me know what you think, and make sure you subscribe and join the family, all right? Back to your regular program.
option that I would say as far as available, I know a lot of Falcons fans may go crazy as far as them drafting another quarterback, but definitely not in the early rounds. I would say maybe fourth round. I know we don't have a fifth round draft pick, I don't think, but maybe like a fourth round draft pick, six, depending on how they fall. I would say maybe looking at Carson back from my Hurricanes. But yeah, he's someone that, he can play and play action. He's someone that has a slow to react type thing, good under pressure. You just got to make sure, passing has good accuracy. He does do all his check downs and stuff, timing and everything when it comes to throws. Someone who can look downfield. He's someone who could possibly be another option just for the Falcons to have another quarterback similar age as far as, a younger guy who can probably, process things and, thrive in a Kevin Stefanski type system. So Carson Beck isn't a bad option either. But like I said, are Falcons fans okay with them drafting a quarterback? You know what I mean? Just saying. But, other than that, I think one of those guys can definitely be an asset for the team. Help Michael Penix Jr., help him get his way going. Everyone thinks he can't play under center. I think he can. With the mentor, with Teddy Bridgewater, and even Kirk Cousins getting his stuff going and showing, hey, this is how you do it the proper way. I think those will be some key moments for the Falcons. I think there's some key targets for the Falcons of being a team who can get a quarterback who can hold them down until Michael Penix Jr. gets back and gets healthy. But let me know what you think. Would you choose one of those quarterbacks, or is it somebody else you have in mind? Let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. So let's talk about it.
As a list of asses that I like to whip in this timeline.